Kangaroo, they hop around, look jacked as fuck, and apparently taste nice. So why not make a video game about them? That's exactly what Taint Interactive, later known as Taint Multimedia, did with Koa, the Kangaroo. It was a mixed game upon release, not due to it being a bad game in any way, just that it wasn't anything new. Well, to be fair, this video isn't about the first game, it's about the second one, Cow the Kangaroo Round 2. The story is about as simple as any PlayStation 2 GameCube era platformer gets. The hunter is back and is rather upset that Cow's alive and traps him in a cage at the bottom of his ship. Then this red bird comes in and assaults Cow with the barrel. The barrel frees him and we coincidentally dock at the nearby island not long afterwards. Right off the bat, this game is the cutest shit in existence because come on, look at it, everything is colorful and fucking full of life. For first impression, this first level does an incredible job giving you a feel for the game you're going to be playing for the next couple of hours. There's a total of 25 levels with a handful of boss fights thrown in. The first world being a nice peaceful forest area. It's nothing major as it's the tutorial of the game. It teaches you the in and outs, and it slaps enemies of all varieties to get you ready for what you're going to have to face in the future. In this world, you learn the core mechanics of the game, such as learning the double jump, throwing objects at other objects, interacting with pieces of the game, using vehicles, and climbing with your ears. Also, this annoying piece of shit beaver speaks the same line way too often.
Go! Come here! Help me!
This world eases you into the game. If you've never played a game in your life, you'll end up mastering the controls by level 4. It's not stressful, nor is it terribly easy. It's just okay in a good way. The boss of this world is an evil shaman with a fight that I could not figure out for the fucking life of me. I actually had to watch a walkthrough to figure out how to harm him. After you do figure it out, it's pretty easy. The second area of the game is an eye segment. Not exactly much to say, other than the fact that it's pretty tedious to walk around as Cow slips around when walking/running, but controls normal when doing literally anything else. Only new mechanic that we get is using the sweet catapult to destroy hot air balloons. Unlike the previous world, instead of riding down rivers in a barrel, you just slide down. It's super responsive. I just happen to suck at video games, so I happen to die quite a bit. You end up snowboarding down a cliff from a bulldozer and ending up in a cave. It's fun, a mix of lava and ice, but other than that, nothing entirely new. The world is brief and lasts only just one level, which segues into a boss fight immediately afterwards, this time against the Hunter's Goons in an on-rail shooter segment. It's super easy, not really difficult. There's nothing really to be scared of here. After the henchman is defeated, you jump on the train which brings you to a boat race. The boat race is kind of an odd segment. If you start in first place, you will forever stay in first place. If you end up in second or third, you will never advance in your life and you'll be stuck there the entire game. It took me 2 tries and felt rather tedious. About right here is when my controller stopped working and I had to use the keyboard and mouse. Now, using the keyboard and mouse isn't an awful downgrade, it's just that it feels way better to use the controller. Hell, even the store Steam page says, controller support. It insists that you use it for the full experience. But you know what? The game works pretty well on keyboard and mouse too. Meaning if you don't have a controller that connects to PC, you can still play A-OK with the mouse and keyboard. Oh, I forgot to mention this world is a water area and it's surprisingly not the worst thing in the game. Cow moves a bit funny, as I was using the keyboard and mouse, but it still plays rather well. The world has some turtles, so say goodbye to those pesky beavers. Cow is for some reason packing heat, and is in no need for boomerangs. He has a full-on gun that he uses to kill enemies, as punching underwater would be super useless. While the swimming controls are just okay, you spend the majority of your time on these missiles as a faster way to get around. You can use these to kill anything in your way, break open steel doors, just zoom! At one point there was this almost boss fight, I think it was a boss fight. He was a fish, he had a health bar, and you could damage him. I just didn't want to. I just kind of skipped by, passing him, and no consequence. This area's true boss fight is actually pretty cool. It's a massive squid octopus thing. He tells you exactly how to kill him, so following his instructions, I did that and he perished. Only died once, if that means anything. We go back to the hub world and meet this pelican. I hate this pelican. I hate him more than those beavers.
Go! Come here! Help me!
And I hate him more than Mafia 2. The new jungle area is annoying just for the fact you need him. He's actually the worst thing in the entire game. He controls like horseshit, and I wouldn't have an issue with him if he was optional like Yoshi. But the game requires that you use him. His running feels slippery and he has a camera of his own free will. He's a goddamn bird and his flying sucks. How do you fail the one thing you were biologically programmed to do? He hops 5 times in the air and plummets down instantly. Doing the first jump alone was a massive hurdle. He just sucks. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The level is pretty okay, minus the fucking pelican. It's vibrant, the platforming is fun, a handful of puzzles, and some neat enemies. There's a volcano located in the middle of the jungle, and it decides that it wants to wake up and proceeds to surround everything with lava, forcing you to use the bumblefuck pelican again. It's not the last time you use them, and it upsets me for the fact that I have to use them more. You escape the volcano and proceed to move forward in the jungle adventure. Guess what? More of this pelican. This time it's a whole level dedicated to using him. You need to eat fish to do an additional 5 hops in the air. Doesn't sound too hard, but my god, it controls awful, and the checkpoints here aren't terribly far away, but they certainly aren't close enough. I don't want to talk about him anymore, I've done enough. One Indiana Jones scene later, and bam, we're in a temple. It's pretty cool. You gotta do box stuff, like hide in a box, push some boxes around, break boxes, and jump on them. You know, box stuff. It's not just box stuff, you have to run away from a massive lava spew that's coming at you from high speeds. Then some more temple stuff. Again, nothing we really haven't seen. From the temple we enter a cave, and in this cave we play a claw machine. With this claw machine we pull out massive amounts of gold. With the minigame done, we now have enough ducats to bribe the pirate that I forgot to mention earlier in the video. We are then ambushed by this pirate captain. His boss fight's not hard, it's super easy, I only died once. He spins around at you until you lower him into the cracks in the ground. Once he gets stuck, you ground pound him until the ground caves in. 3 times again, it's over. Now we can bribe the pirate to go to the final area of the game. Nothing new here, just some good old box stuff. You end up boarding the hunter's ship and you free all the animal friends along the way, such as the beaver and the pelican, along with other animals I forgot existed. Oh, and the parrot that I forgot to mention was kidnapped is also saved, and while the ship is about to sink, you make your final confrontation with the hunter. The first phase of the hunter's fight is him in a hot air balloon. It looks complicated and potentially difficult, but all you need to do is dodge one fire ring and pelt him with boomerangs until he dies. It then shifts to a brief platforming segment and back to the second phase of the fight, which is the easiest part of the game. I didn't die once on the second phase until I got close to him. I threw one boomerang at him. Once he got stunned, I just pelted him until he died. He did not move once. Our parrot friend who assaulted us with the barrel for some reason could carry a cage big enough for the hunter and drop it on him. Which, now that I think about it, would have been a much friendlier thing to do than attack us with the barrel. What a dick. With that being said, Cow the Kangaroo Round 2 was done. The game in its brief 25 levels came to an end. I definitely recommend this game. Well, yes, parts of it are complete horseshit, such as the aforementioned pelican levels, or the gunner enemies that can fill the screen with bullets, or when the platform detection isn't exactly spot on, or hell, when co-attacks don't even do a damn thing. The good in this title far outweighs the bad. Ko's idle animations are adorable, the soundtrack is incredible. Tight platforming and responsive controls. Fun level design. While yes, the bosses are kind of a joke that offer no challenge, they are still fair and leave room for error, along with potential growth. For the low price of $1.99 and less than a single gig of memory, why not give it a try?